Was Ten Hag sacking because of the loss to West Ham, or was it something that has been planned since the end of last season? So let's talk about that.
One, two, get down. Get down.
Ten Hag was sacked after our last game with West Ham, which was kind of controversial because that shouldn't have been a penalty, in my opinion. But the VAR, Pigmore, they keep spoiling this game of football that we all love so much. I don't think it was because of the West Ham game. Because let's be sincere, if it's because of that game, I don't think the club would have spoken to Ruben Amorim so quick. Because come to think about it, if they're already signing a deal as early as this week for Amorim, that means talks have been ongoing since. And come to think about it, Ten Hag wasn't the coach that Ineos brought. So let's just say this is a complete takeover because Ineos now bringing Amorim, they are bringing their own coach on board. This is somebody that they chose by themselves. But it's just so sad that it had to happen like this because come to think of it, it's never fun losing a job. Like for someone to lose their job, it's never a good thing. It can be hard on them. Some of our toxic fan base is saying, oh, at least he's getting 17 million. 17 million, yes, he's getting money, but does it change the fact that he was sacked from his job as United manager? No, it doesn't change that fact. So I don't think that's a good thing to go. Secondly, it's as if the players were unmotivated because think about it. Every single game, the amount of chances we get that we don't put at the back of the net, it was terrible. It was terrible. We kept getting chances after chances to put game to bed. You get late conceding, and it was just terrible. I think this last few weeks, being a United fan has been so hard. And I know every diehard United fan, that's we the diehard United fans, come rain, come shine, we will still be here. I'm still feeling a bit sad about Ten Hag being sacked. But then our last game against Leicester City, we took almost every chance that we got. And this is terrible because I can only imagine as how Ten Hag feels. The fact that he was sacked and the next game we're beating Leicester City 5-2. Come on, this is something that should have been a normal move for us because come come to think of it, if we were always putting those chances, to effects that we've been having in previous games, we would definitely not be 14th on the table. I hope I'm right. 14th on the table. Because this is not the Man United we all grew up to. This is not the Man United we love. Every single game day, it's like, oh, okay. We put on our jersey and we're like, okay, we're ready to get hurt again. Even Ruud van Nistelrooy and Rene Hake, bringing them, I can only imagine how sad it would be for Ten Hag. This is his team, bringing in his team and now getting sacked. These are people he brought from the Dutch league, people who left their managerial roles to come to United, and now he's sacked. So I just don't, I still don't get. And also, our fan base is so toxic that we actually need to just chill sometime. The way we turn on our coaches, the way we turn on our players. Specifically, I'm so mad at Diogo Dallo, and I don't think there's anything he's going to do anytime soon that is going to actually make me feel okay with him. Because at West Ham, that sitter, we missed a sitter. That should have been a goal. We shouldn't have missed that goal. At least it should have changed the trajectory of the game. Now Ten Hag has been sacked. And you guys go to beat Leicester 5-2. All of a sudden, we are like prime Brazil when Brazil had De Lima, Ronaldo, Ronaldinho, Adriano, Robinho. Like all of a sudden, we've turned to the prime team. Could it also be that these players played the way they played because they didn't like Ten Hag's type of football and they wanted to get him sacked? Those are questions that actually I ask myself, and now I'm asking you guys. Do you think our team played the way they played to get Ten Hag sacked? Because all of a sudden we are playing good football. But I'm not too quick to jump on the bandwagon like, oh yes, United is back, United is back. Nope. When we beat Barnsley 7-0, in my mind I said, oh, United is back, United is back. But since then, have we won any match? I think we've won just one game since then. And how many draws? Yes, Ruben Amorim is a good coach. He's a good coach. Sporting, they've played I think 10 games, and they are unbeaten in the 10 games they've played. So what else can you ask for? And the kind of football Amorim plays is the kind of football we've always played. Attacking football. At the end of the day, it's going to be a case of I have to score more goals than you in order to win this game. You get that defensive game, it doesn't work. Like, so I'm very eager and excited to seeing what Amorim brings to our team. Now we have Van Nistelrooy, who's like the acting manager or interim manager for now until our coach Ruben Amorim comes. I don't think there's going to be anything different between what Ten Hag was doing and what Ruud is going to do, because they were both working together when we had all these draws, the you know losses and all that. So I don't think there's anything. I just feel like most Manchester United fans, especially me, I felt like Ten Hag gave we the fans very little. And when I mean Ten Hag gave us very little, I'm talking about in the sense of emotions. Ten Hag was not one person to show emotions. You get, he would just be like a statue at the side of the pitch, no emotions, no. I felt like I didn't see hunger, I didn't see anger, because as a coach, we need you to be angry. I need to see that my coach is angry at the players. I need to see you inspiring these players, but it was never there. Should we also say favoritism or favorites? You get, most coaches have favorites. I remember Van Nistelrooy once confronted Alex Ferguson about having favorites. He said Ronaldo was his favorite, so he confronted Ferguson back then when he was still a United player. So I feel like that's also the kind of person we actually need. Someone who would, bring that team together. There's no need for favorites. Whoever is playing well should be a starter. This is what we need. We need a total breakdown of the club. We need someone to scatter everything. We need someone to start all over again. There's no favorites. You get, oh, Rashford cannot be a starter if he's not great. Garnacho cannot be a starter if he's not great. If Bruno Fernandes isn't great, he cannot be a starter. He should sit in the bench. We need someone with that. We need fire. And, having a new coach also, I feel like it's going to help the club, because now it's like ground zero. Everybody has to fight. Everybody has to fight for a spot. So now, fight for a spot. Fight for a spot. Fight for your spot. Because this new coach doesn't care about the past. He's about the present and the future. So now everybody has to fight for their spots. So if you're not fighting for your spot right now, you might end up sitting in the bench. So that's the good thing about having a new coach for me. Ruthlessness. Ruthlessness is highly needed in this club right now. Yeah, and I've heard about Ruben Amorim. He's a ruthless coach. He's the kind of coach that is ruthless. He doesn't look at anybody's face. That's what we need. We need a ruthless coach right now. And if Ruben Amorim is that ruthless coach, that is what we need. That's what we actually need in the club. We need to purge our club from some players who feel like it's their birthright to be starters or to be in the club. That's what we need right now. We need players who are ready to give it all. Players who are ready to run for 90 minutes. Because that's what we need. We need players. We need players who love the club. And I'm not in doubt that our players don't love the club. But we actually need more. Because right now we are 14th on the table and we are 20 something in on the Europa League table. This is not the United we all grew up to. This is not the United we love. If you're going to inspire the club, come into the club and inspire the club. Yes, I love Ten Hag. I've always backed Ten Hag. But the truth remains, whatever coach we get, I am solidly behind the coach. Ten Hag is the past, in as much as it's sad to say. Amorim is the future. On to the future. That's all we need to concentrate on now. We have a squad that has everything it takes to be on the top of the league, on the top of European football. We should be hanging with the best. We actually we actually need we actually need to sit up. We actually need to step up. Having Amorim as our coach is a good thing, but then the players need to play for their coach. This is the sixth manager. Is it the sixth or the seventh manager we're having since Fergie? It's not even a good look for the club. I am solidly behind Ineos. I am solidly behind Ruben Amorim. Guys, let's make United great again. Glory, glory, Man United.